Today I'm at the renowned Castle Howard, a place where history, nature and design have flourished for over 300 years. Castle Howard was the vision of Charles Howard, the 3rd Earl of Carlisle. Construction began in 1699 and spanned over a century, with 3 different earls shaping its design. As each new earl and architect took the reins, the plans evolved, creating a fascinating blend of styles, some bold and flamboyant, others more refined. Matt, now what is your role here at Castle Howard then?
My main role is in the veg garden and the kitchen garden.
And at this time of year, with your edibles, what are you starting off?
Pretty soon we'll be sowing things for the glasshouse, tomatoes and cucurbits, things that need a long time to get going before planting out after the first frost. But pretty soon, if we have a decent-ish spring, I might try and start some lettuces or radishes.
You're going to be a busy man.
Certainly am.
But in the meantime, at this time of year, everything is, I'd say, quite empty, but it looks beautiful because there's structure. Can you talk me through what makes this a formal garden?
Formal gardening is all about symmetry. It's about the use of geometric shapes. It's about dividing the garden up into spaces with things like walls and hedges, as we have here. We have the shaped yew hedges and also the high brick walls.
And what do you think people at home can take away if they want to create a formal area? What are some of the things they can do?
So it's about those geometric shapes, so square or trapezoid beds. It's about hedging around the side with low hedges. It's about using those architectural plants to pick it out. It's much more about the shape. It wants to be a work of precision.
Yes, which this indeed is. I can see it's all freshly mulched as well, so it looks really, really good. And you can just see those little shoots coming through of everything, can't you? A lot of herbaceous in here, I guess?
Yes, this is a herbaceous garden. This is Lady Cecilia's garden. So we have a mixture of old roses and then a lot of herbaceous planting in here.
Now, I've noticed your lawns are looking very pristine. Is that something you have to work very hard to achieve?
Yes, we do. Towards the end of the season, the footfall, it does cause them to become a bit tired and a bit worn out. So that's part of the reason we close the walled garden over winter, to give them a rest and give us time to do the work on them.
Otherwise, they'd be very muddy, wouldn't they?
They certainly would, yes.
And do you do that work yourself? Do you bring people in?
We used to. Recently, we've hired Green Thumb to help us with maintaining the lawns and keeping them looking as good as they do.
Which is a vital part of any formal garden, really. There's a lot of lawn there, isn't it? And you want it to be looking its best.
Certainly do.
Do you have a favourite spring flower?
I do. I love daffodils. We have a huge range of them here, and they're a really good mark of the coming spring and a joy to me and also to all the visitors.
Great answer, my favourite flower, so I'm fully in agreement with you there, Matt.
Very good.
With its well-kept lawns, crisp hedgerows and pristine planting, the formal gardens here demonstrate the order and artistry that can be crafted in our outdoor spaces. But other areas here are left to run wild, and the natural world takes charge. Now, since you've worked here, what have you learnt about the natural landscape and the type of wildlife that you're attracting in?
It's that kind of expecting surprises, so whether that's walking through a woodland and seeing kind of lots of different fungi of lots of different colours, or whether it's from a fauna perspective, I think some of the bird life that we have around here is amazing. We've had things that are kind of transient coming through, so we had a hoopoe we heard a couple of years ago,
I have no idea
which
what
was
that
amazing.
is. Yeah.
So a type of bird, a migrating bird, and then I think some of the special ones are when you see things like goshawks flying through the woods, which are things I've never seen kind of in my life before.
Majestic. And people at home that want to create perhaps a little bit of woodland or be as biodiverse as possible, what are your tips for them?
I think that principle of diversity is really important, so not just having a single block of lawn, thinking about lots of different kind of beds and different size shrubs and trees, and then just even having a small area of water in a garden is massively valuable for wildlife.
So giving it everything it possibly needs to thrive, really?
Yes, yeah, definitely.
This time of year is very good for planting trees, isn't it? Winter into early spring.
Yeah, so trees are in their dormant phase at the moment, so it's the ideal time both for them to be lifted up from a nursery and then to be planted in as well. Actually, we've got a tree just here that we're going to plant. So this is a Castle Howard oak, which has been grown at our tree nursery. So this is probably about 3 or 4 years
3 or
old.
4 years
Yeah.
old. Only that is still quite a youngster, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that absolutely is.
What should gardeners look out for with a healthy new tree?
Yeah, so we've got really fibrous and extensive root network, which is really important because that's obviously where the trees get its nutrients from.
And shape of tree, is that important as well to get a good main stem?
Yes,
branching out from all sides?
Yeah, absolutely. So you're looking for just general signs of health. So at this time of year, obviously they're dormant, but you're still looking for a little bit of buds, you're looking for good growth, no kind of marks and scratches and things like that.
Now, it seems a little bit unfair you doing all the hard work, so should I have a little bit of
If you'd like to have a go, of course,
Okay,
you can go for it. Right, do that.
Probably won't be as effective
So
as you, but
just a little bit deeper, I think, and
I'm
then
going
we're
to
all
go
good.
to the side a bit, get a bit out of those sides. How do you think we're doing for...
Yeah, I think that's probably pretty good.
I think... Let's have a look.
Yeah, so in terms of depth, that's about the right depth. You want to make sure that all of the roots are underground, obviously, and that the crown of the roots is just above the ground or just kind of at the point of where that soil's finishing. So
if I hold, do you want to backfill?
Yeah, great. So you want those roots to have really good contact with the soil. That's important, so all those little fibres can kind of connect around.
So, I officially declare this oak as planted.
Yeah, excellent.
It's been a real honour, thank you. I'll have to come back in a few decades.
Yeah.
Good work. I think it's going to settle in well.
No, definitely. No, thank you.
Walking around Castle Howard is like time travelling, soaking up centuries of history while looking at the amazing work being done to secure its future. The team here aren't just preserving the past, they're making sure this incredible place keeps thriving for another 300 years and beyond.